Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Hope everyone's having a good day. Non-personal reward today, so we're just gonna take it pretty easy on the CVC front. Woke up a little bit late today, so hopefully you guys are having a smooth day, start to your day. It is 4 a.m. in the morning. So, CVC here, what do we got? What do we got here? Anything cool? Speed gear? Retaliation gear? Hey Mike, what's up, man? Good morning. It's good, it's good. Just woke up a little bit late to the party. Let's pick up our clan quest, shall we? Um hmm. Guess this one's the easiest one. Ooh. It's 50 big. Okay. Yeah, I always forget to do these clan quests. So make sure you guys do these clan quests. I'm overcapped on energy because I had to collect a bunch of energy before it expired. And then I went to bed. So one of those rare days where I'm kind of overcapped, but easy to spend the energy today. How are you guys doing? All right, let me set up my thing a little bit better here. Hey Kyle, how are you? Welcome. What's up, Fuse? What's up, Cryptic? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. All right. Do some of our stuff. How's everybody's CVC going so far? Just gonna be doing start off with some tag team arena. Luckily there is a tag team tournament currently happening, so we'll get some points for there. Not sure if I'm gonna win the tag team tournament. Sometimes they get pretty sweaty to win. What's up, bald bag? I literally have a reoccurring reminder on my phone for a clan quest. Yeah, I set that recently. I thought that was a little bit of a hardcore thing to do. But I figured it's not bad to have the reminder. My clan here with Omega is very good at reminding about clans, and so I really appreciate that. You got a full man of one-man defenses. You guys don't always get one-man defenses in Tag Team Arena. Currently getting whooped in CVC. My teammates usually only become active in a few hours. Oh, I see. Time zone. Time zone problems. Darn, I guess I should have started brand new game instances. If you guys don't know, sometimes your game starts lagging. There's like a memory leak in this game. So if you leave your game on too long, your game becomes sluggish. You guys must notice that, right? So it's always a good idea to like restart your game periodically, maybe like once a day. I get them until about Wednesday or Thursday, then it's defense time. Yeah, Thursday is about the day when I set my defenses as well. It depends, right? Sometimes if you're trying to climb up, you might want to set your defense on Wednesday. I only get solo defenses and tag team for a few hours after reset, full teams thereafter. Yeah, the higher you go in tag team, the more coordinated people get. So, people know the drill, right? Like I'm in gold 4, people know the drill. But if you're in like bronze, like people are like, they all have different ideas of what to do. We're finally able to get Lydia since the last stream. Congrats. She's great. Hopefully she's a big help to you. She should be. I get that on BlueStacks. Phone, not PC. Yeah, BlueStacks is really bad for that. Yeah, it happens on PC for sure. Happens on PC for sure. Memory leaks. Some of the dungeons don't run properly if you don't restart your client. For example, like Iron Twins. You guys might notice that Iron Twins kind of stalls out on the like the celebration screen before you reach the victory page. So you do one battle in Iron Twins and then you see the whole team celebrate, but you never reach the victory screen. That's like a memory leak, so you have to restart the game. Is Creodin worth building full on? He's actually a really good champion, but he's really good. I mean, he's really good in a lot of places. He's not going to be like a speed demon for your, dungeon team. But he's really good for like Fire Knight Hard. And he's just generally a pretty good champion. But you gotta have a use case for him, right? You could probably get away without any masteries on him. You just use him for his freeze, use him for his turn meter. You can get away with no masteries, so you can just 60 him if you want. You'll use them for sure, like later on, so you'll never like, lose your investment, I guess. Bronze is full of forgotten accounts, yeah. Gold 4. Gold 4, you wish you weren't. Hey Shadow, what's up, man? New player here. Any recommendations for the progressive chance event in early game? I wouldn't pay too much attention to like shard events that are not part of fusions. Like if you don't have to do shard events outside of fusions, try not to. Also, if you're early game, I would really recommend pulling during like 2x events, so basically double chance events. Mainly because double chance events gives you more opportunity to get epics. And in the early game, epics are sometimes better than legendaries because you can actually fully book an epic and use it at its full potential instead of legendaries where you can't. So I would recommend pulling during 2x events. But you have to gauge your own account whether you can actually, save those shards maybe for like a fusion event. If you're ready to do a fusion, then I would save them for a fusion. But yeah, I wouldn't bother with progressive events. I think it's because after reaching gold 1 in tag team, no missions anymore, so players on the bracket are more relaxed. Yes, it's true. We always make the like, I think it's like kind of like accepted knowledge that like silver 4 to like gold 1 is like the most difficult when you reach that limit. Like when you're progressing from silver 4 to gold 1 is the hardest because it's like everyone is like maximum try hard, it's either you get maximum try hard people in silver 4 trying to reach gold 1, or you get like krakens that like gave up on tag team and then they slip down to gold or to like silver 4 or something like. So you get like overpowered accounts in silver 4, or you get people that try super hard or like super active, right? So silver 4 is like widely considered one of the hardest stages. And then afterwards, yeah, you get more chill. In the gold tiers, you get way more chill. Like gold 4 is pretty chill, but getting here is a tough, and then obviously staying here is tough. You need some roster, right? Who's pulling for Narcies? Not pulling for Narcies. Any idea when the next double Lego Ancient's gonna pop? They do pop with some regularity, but no idea really. Enjoying your YouTube? Sounds good, man. I went to gold 1 once for the quest and now just can't be bothered to push back up. Well, I mean, you get a sacred shard too, right? Like, you know, in the bazaar. In the bazaar, you get, you know, you get this bad boy right here. So if you can hop back in once a month just to get that sacred shard, you know, that's not a bad thing. If you can do that, right? Of course, it's not easy to do. But it really depends how much you want that sacred shard. Some people don't want it that bad. Hey Reyes, how are you? Built my Georgia 8.6k attack, 305 crit damage, but cruel and stone skin. 4-piece. Inconsistent between 300k and barely 90k. That's, I mean, you know, stone skins kind of a must depending where you want to use them. I don't have the stone skin pieces for my Georgids, so I can't really put them in like 4-piece stone skin, 4-piece lethal. But my Georgia doesn't really get used, unfortunately, because he doesn't have any built-in survivability. Thoughts on Quintus? Quintus actually does tons of damage in Hydra. His A1, I forgot, triple hit or something, but his A1 deals like tons of damage. And yeah, he's a good champ. He's a good champ, but he gets overshadowed by a lot, right? A lot of other champs. But he's still a good champ. Gold 3 is a chill zone. Even if everybody puts in defense, still winnable, yeah. Then your account is past that level, I guess. Is Gamoran any good? I got him after the pain and suffering of the free-to-play Mercy. Oh no. Gamoran's not good, unfortunately. Well, personally, I can't find a use for him. And I've never seen a use for him, actually, so. Good morning, Adriana. Good morning. Any tips for Eric's build for Arena? Ooh, Eric's is good. Yeah, Eric's for Arena is pretty fun. I would say still lethal. But if you can do like lethal stone skin, it's probably pretty good. Build them with like, you could build them with like counterattack accessories. Yeah, I've seen some Erics absolutely like rip through my teams. When was it 2x Primal be? I'm not sure, man. Your guess is as good as mine. I would say pretty soon. Maybe in 2 weeks. It probably would happen after the fusion. You know, in an event that tries to drain you of shards. Maybe for a deck or something. Night Rev wants so much stone skin. Yeah, true. You're excited for the personal rewards from Hydra Clash. Yeah, I didn't look too much into it. Like there was one like video on it or something. I didn't look too much into it. I saw that mainly because like I'm kind of like my damage in Hydra is like surpassed, or like will surpass those milestones easily. That I didn't really look at the milestones for it, but I did get confirmation that it's going to be 4 chests per Hydra Clash. That's kind of not bad, right? So if you're winning Hydra Clash, then you're getting some extra goodies. And if you're, you know, losing Hydra Clash, you still get some of those chests if you get some good scores. Congrats on Toshiro. Yeah, Toshiro is insane damage. Congrats. For Hydra, I mean. How do I convince my clanmates to do more arena fights? The Great Halls are so poor. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough, man. I think you should get a new clan if you need to persuade your entire clan to do that. Hello Boozor, good morning. 270 days in the game free to play. Only pulled 3 Legos so far. Elgis, Nalrog, and Wixwell. Can you use your CC power to send me a blessing for my next pull? Oh man, happy to, dude. You got Wixwell, so that's pretty huge. You're 9 months into the game. Those are some pretty weak Legos, to be honest. Hopefully your free Legos have been good, like Ninja is good. Hopefully you got, you know, I forgot how far 9 months goes, but hopefully you got some good logins or some free, good free Legos. But yeah, bless you on your next pull, man. Hopefully it's I'm not even sure what you would really want at that point. Probably want like a nut or something just to help your dungeons and boss killing. But yeah, at least you got Wixwell. What are the most impactful 5 and 6-star awakenings? How to decide which to buy first? That's a good question, and the answer is it depends on your account. Generally, I would probably suggest the damage dealer gets the 6-star. But which damage dealer, right? And if you want to go down that route, the damage dealer that you choose should be a damage dealer that you use in both Arena and Hydra and everywhere, basically. Um, and I would probably invest in a Lego first, just because you're more likely to pull like an epic as opposed to like a Lego. So it honestly depends. There's so many conditions. I don't want to make like a general statement, but I would generally lean towards a damage dealer because a 6-star damage dealer gives you way more impact than a 6-star support generally, unless you're playing Arena. For example, like a 6-star CF with Polymorph is really nice. But if you're gonna trade a 6-star CF for like my 6-star Taras, like my Taras would get the 6-star like all day, right? Because my Taras also gets used in Hydra as well. Sorry, just gonna catch up on chat here. Conella can solo, I think, Bommel in the right build. And she's used in Sand Devil because she has the sleep. So she can be good. Is Rotos worth building out? Rotos is insane. He's like a different type of nuker. You can kind of like deploy him in many matchups. Especially like, your heart, like give him like the tough missions, like the tough team to deal with, tough defenses. I remember when I pulled my Rotos, he like changed my entire Arena account. Like he was my real damage dealer. Like I have like nukers and stuff, but like Rotos was the real damage dealer. Like if you have a defense that's really hard for your account, Rotos like eventually will kill that defense as long as you can survive. You got lucky with the +1 Teox and pulled the 5-star. Oh, that's nice, man. GG. Yeah, Teox is insane, but you know what? Most of his damage comes from his ally attack on his A1. So whoever is ally attacking with him, if you build that champion out super strong, then that's kind of like his main where his main contributions come from, not really from himself. Like he deals good damage himself, but most of his damage will come from his A1 with the teammate. If you build your teammate really strong, then yeah, he doesn't need a blessing almost, you know what? That's kind of what I mean, right? Wixwell 1 key? Yeah, you're all good, man. Can Warcaster be an unkillable team all the way until late game and consider building him? Yeah, Warcaster can be. He has a 4-turn block damage. He's not going to be the best option for you, but he might be the only option for you. And if he is the only option for you to get into Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, then he's definitely worth using. He can help you out in faction wars and stuff, but he's not like an insane champ. His kit's just kind of like not really much going on there. Pull Coronar, my first Void Lego. Congrats. Worth building. I am already mid-game. I'm currently still working on Hydra. Coronar can be okay. He has a provoke, right? So he can help you out in Hydra. AoE. He can help you out in waves and stuff. I don't know if he's worth building out. Like he's not somebody that I'm going to rush to build. But he's mainly kind of like a AoE wave control. Bring some provoke for the Hydra if you need it. But he's not like an insane option for either. When will you pull your Skorg? Now or CVC or later? I'll probably pull him now. What do you think about this? I think Morin Georgia can be a crazy combo. You A3 with Georgia, then block revive. If you only have one nuker, that would be GG. I don't know, man. Like maybe for fun. I mean, if you're doing anything super serious, I don't think I would look at Gamoran for anything, and especially to build them out, it's kind of tough to justify. But I don't know if I have them myself. I don't know if I have Gamoran myself. I think I must. You finished the fusion today? Congrats. Congratulations. Gorg is not a bad champion. A lot of players don't. A lot of videos I've seen, I think they kind of don't like him. I don't want to take my chances against this guy, do I? Why is your Taras only normal hit? Oh, you know what? My Taras doesn't have gear on. That's why. Sorry, I was doing the yeah. Thanks for letting me know. I wasn't using gear on my Taras because I swapped the gear out to do my Hydras. So that's probably what happened. See, you see my Rotos? He didn't die to this Siegfried. Rotos is he's a different kind of animal. Oh, so my Taras doesn't have gear on. Okay, so good thing I'm fighting one-man defenses. What's a good balance for defense damage for Ninja for Clan Boss? Um, I mean, in the beginning, Ninja really only needs accuracy to land his HP burns. If you have really good gear, then you can try to add attack, crit rate, crit damage. But in the beginning, you just add accuracy for give him the proper speed. Yeah, give him proper speed. For clan boss, if you're playing like a killable clan boss, if you have increased defense, if you have increased defense up all the time, you only need like 2.5k defense. If you don't have increased defense, then adding more defense is good. Like I would recommend like 3.5 to 4k defense if you don't have increased defense. But I wouldn't focus too much on stats for Ninja because most of his damage will come from his HP burns. All right, let me re-gear some of my stuff. Yeah, so my Taras is he doesn't have his full gear on. It's because I was doing my Hydra runs yesterday and I forgot about putting the gear back on. So my best, I have all the gear from everybody on my Trunda. So I was doing my Trunda runs. Pretty funny. Rose is the GOAT, yeah. Which is the best mythical in the game? Good question. It really depends, but I could use a support, and the best support in the game is this guy, Galathier. Galathier is the best support in the game. He can do everything. His team revive. He has lockout. Yeah, he has cleanse, and then he can't be controlled easily either. I think he has resistance up. Yeah, he's just hard to kill. Hard to kill. Supports your whole team. He's the best support in the game. I would love to have him. Best damage dealer in the game, like in terms of mythical. I would say Siegfried is up there as one of the best damage dealers. Lazarus would be really good as well. Really good champion. Quixia is obviously really good. Everybody else is kind of like, yeah, okay. Everybody's kind of like, okay. Yeah, I guess Toshiro is good, like for Hydra. Like Brony, like they can all be good. But yeah. Would you give Rotos your best gear? I'm giving my best gear for Hydra PvE champion. I'm still unable to hit 300 crit. Yeah, if you still, require your champions to do like split duty in all areas, then definitely spread out give the gear to the champions with obviously the you know, the ones that you use in both areas just to save some cost there. So bum, 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 bum. This one. Where is? I think I got everybody. Yeah, I don't need to swap it right now. All right. All right. CC luck on the chest. Boom. Yo, guys, it's been raining sacred shards, man. It's been raining sacred shards for me. Like, I literally got. I don't. I'll show you guys how many sacred shards I got. Like, it's literally been raining. Um. Oops, there it is. Ah, darn! I didn't track all my stuff. I've gotten 4 sacred shards in 3 days. But for sure, I've gotten way more. Like, if you span like 2 weeks, I've gotten so much sacred shards. Like, some days I've got, like, one day, maybe a couple of days ago, I got 4 sacred shards. So I literally got 2 sacred shards from Ultra Nightmare and then 2 sacred shards from Nightmare. I've never had that happen before. I was like, what the hell is happening? And you know what? It was literally after I made that video about how I like acquire or farm my sacred shards per month. And then literally right after I make that video, I was like, why am I getting sacred shards like every other chest? It's pretty insane. Um Pulled my first Lego, got Ugir and Shirmani. What are your thoughts on them? They're pretty mid. I don't think I would invest in them, to be honest. Um I'd say Ugir has maybe some play, but Shirmani has some play too, but not top tier. But it depends. It honestly depends on your account, to be honest. Um, don't want to say they're completely useless because they're definitely not completely useless. We'll run this for a little bit here. Bring down the energy. What are your thoughts on Kyoku and Withy? Recently pulled them on 2x. I think both of them are a little bit better than like the other comparison where it's like Shiramani and Ugir. Wither is like, you know, a cleanser defense up. There's not too many good cleansing. There's not too many good defense up champions, so Wither can be very good there. But I have Wither myself, and I pulled her during like progression. I stopped using her when I got Mithrala. That's something too. So if you have Mithrala, it might not be worth it. They do kind of different things, but they do kind of the same things, to be honest. Kyoku, you don't really need to book. You can use her out. You can use her in like tag team without books, just like a tanky build. She can be super annoying, right? She's also very good in clan boss and stuff if you need that. What would you when would you recommend farming Sand Devil, Phantom Shogun on which level of account? I mean, if you mean farming Sand Devil like 25, Sand Devil is a super restrictive dungeon. So basically, like even though they made the stats weaker, it's still, you know, it's broken dungeon, right? Like it's very restrictive in terms of how you beat it. You need to bring like Revive on Death or Godseeker and Eerie, or you have a team like the one that's I'm showing right now, which is, you know, a nut based team um, is very broken. There's no real other way to do 25. Unless you have those options, then I wouldn't bother doing 25. But if you do, then I would definitely look into it because these are pretty easy points for CVC. They're generally pretty quick if you have the right team. If you have Godseeker, you can even farm food. So it's actually not a bad like progression dungeon if you can have the right team. Like for example, like Godseeker plus Ninja. The stats won't be easy to hit with Godseeker plus Ninja or Godseeker plus DPS. But I don't think the dungeon is that. I think the dungeon is worth farming. But I don't think you should farm this early because early game players won't have great gear to spend the resources on, right? Like you're not gonna want to fully ascend like 5-star junk gear. Like the most important pieces would be like your boots, right? To get an extra 12 speed. But other than that, like, you're not gonna be ascending 5-star junk gear. So you have to, pay attention to where you are, I guess. It can't be too early. Why don't you claim chests? It depends. Some chests have resources that never expire. So I just leave them there because what's the point in claiming resources when they never expire, right? So I will only claim them when I kind of need them. And you never know when there's going to be something that will benefit you in the future, right? For example, like we had missions. We had missions that popped up that said like, earn X amount of clan gold or whatever, or earn X, soul coins or whatever, right? And then you had all of them in your stash, and then instantly you claim them, and then you complete the mission. So I'm like, just stuff like that, right? There's always a reason, like but for me, like, there's no reason to claim the resource, then I'm not going to. The dots don't bother me at all. I know the dots bother a lot of people, but I don't know. The bots don't bother me at all. And in more than one occasion, I regretted collecting something. So I don't bother collecting things unless I have a reason to now. Is Ancora worth upgrading without Narcies? Also, what are good early game dungeons focus on? I have a 5-star. Like I I built and used my Ancora and stuff. She's good. She's good by herself without Narcies. Obviously, with Narcies, she's very good. Uh, this team is all affinity. This team, um, it probably, like, obviously it's a stage 25 team. But I'm sure it fails on magic because of the weak hits. Today I burned my boy Mercy. I wanted to get Narcissus because of Ancora. Instead I got Taras. Oh wow. Oh wow. So sad. So sad for you. How much speed does your CP have? In her current build she has like 380, I think. She's 380. She's in Stone Skin. She's in Stone Skin. So I took her out of like the fastest gear on my account is like 422 or something. I think 422 is the fastest gear on my account. But like I don't gear anybody in my fastest gear because the fastest gear on my account is not faster than somebody else. So if they're faster than me, they just win. But if I have Stone Skin, for example, and I get outsped, then my CP at least still has a chance. Is 5-star Soul for Phoenix better in Cruelty or Crushing Rend? Definitely, I would say Cruelty. Crushing Rend, I would only consider using at 6-star. It depends though. Depends where you're using him. Like if you're using him for Hydra, I guess. If you're using it for Hydra, you could, if you wanted just damage for Phoenix, it might be, you might want to use like something like maybe like Nature's Wrath if he has accuracy to land his block buffs. Nature's Wrath is really good. Scales up easier than Heaven Cast. At 6-star, it's arguably better than Crushing Ren too. So anybody that plays his debuffs, Nature's Wrath is like one of the best. Milk substitute, yeah. Waze Shadow Legends, yep. How is Noct Paralyzer? He's actually pretty good. He's a decent champion. I think he doesn't get a lot of coverage, but he's a decent champion. I don't know if I would like go all in as an early game on him, but he's not a bad champ. Why don't you claim the Demon Lord chest? Oh, the Demon Lord chest gives me indicators of which chests I've actually finished. So if you guys know what I mean, sometimes you put the double key in the wrong difficulty. I'm sure everyone has done that before. So if I leave the chest there, I know that I haven't put the key in yet. So the next time I have a key available, I will, when I have a key available, I will collect it and then use the key. Instead of clicking it and scrolling down and looking at the scores and seeing if you actually put the key in. Because sometimes you forget. This is a problem because I play two accounts. I play two accounts simultaneously. So sometimes I forget things, right? So that's just like, it's like a sticky note for me, just to remember what I'm doing. Is that a little much? Is that a little too much for some people? How far along are you on Marius? I'm in the last set of the missions. I'm a bit more than halfway through. My fastest is 290 with my arbiter. I mean, I'm super endgame, so you have like some guy showed me his Armans and it was like 460 speed. I was like, what the fuck, man? I was like, what the fuck, man? No aura, by the way. No aura, just stats. Just stats on the sheet. Playing for 2.5 weeks now. Is it worth using 2 for free sacreds for a chance at a good support? I would use those sacred shards during a 2x event or during a summon rush event so you can get some rewards, or save those sacreds for a fusion. Sacreds are good currency for points during fusions. I wouldn't just pull them during a random event without reward event attached to it or boosted chance event. So definitely don't do it. Sacred shards are very high likelihood you will pull nothing. So yeah, why do you play two accounts? It's just kind of habit. Yeah, I started playing one account and then I got kind of bored, so I started playing two accounts, and then it just became kind of habit to play both of them. Both of them are pretty end game. Obviously one of them is like super end game, and then the other one is kind of still end game, but not. I don't really focus on it as much. Like right here, I'm in gold 3 live arena. I still do tier 6 CVC. I still farm the highest levels. I don't do live arena on my second account because it takes too much time. So obviously my different areas suffer. My Hydra has been fun. I'm doing, I think, 5 billion total damage. Improving in Hydra is fun. So yeah. Not been worth fighting those Krakens. Yeah. Hey James, how are you? 460 can't be very much accuracy to pin down resistance built champions. Yeah, he has 460, I believe 500 accuracy. It's crazy, man. Like he showed me the stats and I was like, he also has like a boatload of resistance too, like 350 resistance or something. I was like, you randomly have resistance on your armbands. Like it's like, dude. But anyways, this is like one of the most Kraken accounts I've ever seen. Like it's just one of the most Kraken accounts I've ever seen. You got 54 sacreds using 10 for the epic. After using 10 for the epic. Nice. Do you have two accounts playing on player and play? If so, how? That's a good question. So basically what you do is you load up one game. You go into your task managers on your PC. You select player and play, close it, and then you open player and play again, and then you switch your accounts. So you click the bottom right, and then you switch your account, and then you open the game, and then the new game that opens will be your new account. And then basically you can do this infinitely, you know, as much as your PC can handle. And yeah, and then you can just play on player and play. Player and play is way more smoother than BlueStacks. So I definitely recommend it for you guys. Do you have a Krizia? No, I don't. Is Ugo good for new player? Yes, yes it is. AoE decreased defense, cleanse, leech, very good. If you wish for one champion, which would it be? Good question. Good question. I probably wish for Galthier, to be honest. I need a good support, like a support option for just kind of like live arena. And Galthier is the best support, so having Galthier would be great. Um, yeah, I think Galthier. That comes to mind first, but mm, 5 is a limit. I don't know about that. I never hit 5, so I'm not too sure. I don't have Force Nukers, Arrow, and Blood Gorge worth. Arrow actually hits pretty hard, but I don't remember if he has Ignore defense. So he's only going to be good for so long. Not too sure if you can hold out. You don't necessarily need like a Force Nuker early on, but Arrow's not bad. He hits hard. He gets a lot of damage from his books, so you have to book him out. I mean, most damage dealers you need to book out, but you don't got Riho, so gotta do Slow Blizzard solo. If you don't have Riho, you can use Ruella, but it's a different team, right? If you use Ruella, it's a slightly different team, but she works. Brilliant video on Asgard drops. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I was pretty happy about. I was like, oh yeah, this would make sense. So I was like, okay, let's try. I'm glad people like the idea. It actually made me do some extra like research into that stuff. I was like just doing a little bit of like browsing on Google and stuff. If you guys didn't know, there was a bunch of leaked pictures. Hold on, let me dig it up for you guys. Here you go. Mysterious item. So there's a bunch of leaked pictures that Plarium gave the content creators. So if you guys didn't know, there's like some stuff coming. I made a video on this. This looks like the background for a champion, right? It looks pretty obvious to me that it's a background for a champion. Like these two pictures look connected. Like this one and this one. Like this could be the top part of this. And these look like tombstones, right? Or graves or something. This looks like it could be, you know, people were saying like this could be like faction unity, where they're standing on near their feet. They usually have like some kind of emblem on on their feet. I looked up these like ruins. These are like letters, right? Like they're kind of like letters in the Viking history. They're not they don't line up with actual Viking ruins that I found anyways. Like this one does. This one that looks like a P. But these other ones don't really, like this lightning bolt, this B. They don't really line up with any real Viking ruins. So I was trying to get some clues, right, on what this could be, but there's not really any clues. But we'll see. We'll see. Have you played Watcher Realms? No. I'm not really a big games person. I just focus on one game. If that makes sense. I just focus on one game. I don't like hopping games. Hoping to get Arbiter today. Congrats. Got dizzy. Love you, Boozer. Thanks, man. Love you too. How do you build Gwendolyn for Hydra? She's a good candidate for Hex or Curse. Sorry, Hex or Provoke, because she does multi attacks, so you get multi instances to land the provokes or Hex. So I build her in. I usually build. I think I have her in Provoke for this account. I think. Yeah, so I had her in Provoke set. I build her with 100 crit rate, give her a bit of damage. honestly, without lethal gear or ignore defense, she doesn't build a lot of. She doesn't have a lot of damage in her kit. So it's kind of better just to focus on her utility. Like you think with her passive and stuff that she does a lot of damage, but she doesn't. I pulled Hefrak as my first legendary. Is he good in content besides Arena Nuke? I mean, he's gonna help you clear waves. Obviously, he's gonna speed up faction wars and stuff like that. But yeah, he's kind of a nuker. He doesn't really bring too much utility. He's not great in clan boss or anything. So you might have better options. Any tips for a good team for Iron Twins? I would love a team that can do all affinities. Iron Twins is also pretty restrictive. Like you either need like some kind of block damage comp, or you need a team with Newt or multiple Newts, or you need a team with tons of healing, cleansing, just like a total tanky team. Yeah, it's very restrictive. I mean, it's gonna depend on your roster, right? Can you show and explain your Rotos build if you have him? Yeah, I can do that. How would you build Uko, and would you recommend using him for Hydra? Uko's good. I mean, I used Uko for a long time in Hydra because you don't have that many options, right, for block buffs. He brings AoE decreased attack, which is really useful. He brings he brings the strip, which is useful. He brings a revive, especially early on, right? You don't have that many options. He's not like super end game or anything, but I've one keyed with lots of teams with Ugo or Uko. I would build him. I would build Uko in maybe Provoke or Curse set because he does bring the A1 AOE. So the A1 AOE is really good at just laying down the hex or laying down the provokes. Otherwise, that's about it. Like could go Relentless, but Relentless, you don't really need Relentless on him. But I think Provoke or Curse would be the best. Somebody requested to see my Rotos. Yeah, so Rotos, he's actually like my most powerful champion because he's my only +1 champion. He was my first 6-star. And yeah, this is the build I have him in. He's tanky, he's fast, he does good damage. He scales off HP and attack. So the way you build him out is that you basically like use the optimizer, right? So the optimizer determines the best build for you because it does all the calculations for you. But the calculation here is generally like roughly the conversion between HP and attack is roughly 11 HP per attack. So if you ever have to swap a piece of gear, for example, and like you're gaining like 1000 HP and you're only getting like, I don't know, like 50 attack or something, then obviously the HP will be more worth it for damage, and also you're getting survivability. So that's something to consider too. So sometimes I give up a little bit of power for more HP, so then my Rotos is even more tanky, right? I like him fast just because obviously in live arena you need him to be pretty quick, so you get some hits in. You can't rely on him getting hit so that he gets turns. Merciless works too. 6-piece Merciless will work too. Makes him really strong. 35% ignore defense. I like reaction on him just to keep him alive from multi-hits, especially like Rhonda or Georgid. So he doesn't get sniped right away. But yeah, like this is my build. It's kind of the extent of the gear on my account. Are you pulling shards? No, I'm not. I have tons of shards. I pulled a ton. I don't know if you guys saw my most recent pull video on my ancient shards. I pulled 150 ancient shards and I got freaking 5 legendaries. So insane, man. Like I was like, holy shit. And I was so tired too. I was so tired at the end of that pull session. And then I pulled for this account at the end. I pulled 150 ancient shards and I got 5 legendaries, and I totally forgot. I like was so like gassed at the end of it. I didn't even know what I pulled. I know I got Sissia, which I was really happy about, because then she gives me like a decreased defense option for Hydra. But the other ones I don't even remember what I pulled. It's so funny. Sword looks like Jolton, yeah. I'm really far behind on chat. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Geo for Iron Twins. Yeah, if you have Geo, then definitely that's huge. Do you have healthy routines outside your computer time? It's a good question. Actually, I do some rec sports. Right now we're in the off season because it's summertime. Obviously, I've family. I do family stuff like family physical activities, go out do things, but I don't have like a set like workout routine or anything like that. So like totally my physical activity could definitely like increase. Not gonna be, I'm not like a fitness influencer or anything like that. I'm not gonna suggest you guys follow my lifestyle. I don't sleep a lot, which is something that is like a lifelong thing that I just don't do. I don't sleep a lot. Um, yeah, there's not enough time in the day for everything. You know how it is. A lot of like a lot of like my motto is like rise and grind almost, right? Like I was like thinking, I was like, yeah, I should probably get a little bit more sleep. Weekends I dig in a little bit more sleep, but weekdays I definitely yeah, don't sleep a lot. I work really early in the mornings, so that's why like the like Plarium work like for my time zone with Plarium, like Plarium is like 8 hours ahead of me in the day, so when I'm sleeping they're working. They're in the office, but because I wake up so early for my normal job, I'm able to like kind of have my schedule kind of line up with Plarium a little bit. So it's definitely beneficial from like being a content creator on a content creator level, um, to have it kind of lined up. But yeah, I don't recommend not getting sleep. But that's a good question. You switch your owl and hex from cruelty to nature's wrath, or damage increased quite a bit. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, that's good to know. I think I have her in cruelty just because I don't have enough cruelty sometimes on the teams. What blessing would you pick for Ethereon? Probably Nature's Wrath, probably. You recently started playing. You have Wukong, KO, Noct at 5-star with a recommend farming food, increased masteries. Yeah, you definitely want to 6-star one of those guys. Um, and have them farm food, farm your masteries, carry you through the early game. You need 60s to do it. You can't do it with teams of 50. How do you think the 6-star Scorig will do, Buzor? I playtested Scorig. I have a playtest video on my channel. If you guys are interested in seeing Scorig perform, I actually had him with no books. I didn't book him out, and he performed very good. I think he will be very good for a lot of people. He's a pretty reliable hex hex champion. So even if you don't have like a curse set, if you have no access to cursed, cursed champions, he's gonna be good for you because he can handle the hex almost by himself, pretty reliably. So I think that's his biggest draw. That's his biggest positive, is that he's a good hex champion. He can pitch in for some damage, and that's about it. Stun set Uko, yeah. Yeah, I love you guys. Yeah. 2-star only. I mean, it doesn't matter. I would pick Nature's Wrath. Nature's Wrath is a pretty solid pick. How would you say your luck was when you were early in the mid game? So I have one account that was really bad luck, and this account that I'm currently playing has really good luck. The first legendary I pulled on this account that I'm currently playing was Duchess. I pulled her at, I don't remember, like 3 months or something. I already, like, I didn't need Duchess. That's the thing. The account was going perfectly fine. I wasn't like a brand new player. Like I was like 4-month player or something. So I kind of knew the ropes. I had my fusion done. I was already building my building towards my Ultra Nightmare Clan boss at 3 months. Like I had Iron Brago. I did the fusion for him and all that stuff. And then I pulled Duchess at about 3 months, and then this account was basically like, you know, Duchess just carries you through everything. On this account, my second account, which is my initial first account, both accounts I started on my own. I didn't have anything on this account. The first legendary I booked out was Syl the Drakes at 6 months. So I was so happy to get Syl the Drakes because she was the first good legendary on this account. I booked her out and then she carried me so hard, like hard Doom Tower, dungeons, all sorts of stuff. And then the next legendary I booked out was Rosin. I fused Rosin and I couldn't wait to fuse Rosin because I needed him so badly for the decreased defense and weaken against clan boss. So I fused Rosin, and then the next legendary I got was Arbiter. So for this account, it was really like really tough for the first year, and then afterwards, like, you know, you get some legendaries, right? Like I have Narcisse, you know, I pulled Cardio, I pulled Valkyrie on this relative, like I pulled Valkyrie on this account like maybe about 1 year in, and then my clan boss was like set. Obviously, I have some good champs, like Harima's good, Kandrafon, Bunny, Tuhanarok. But this account versus the journey on both was very different. This account, it was like stacked pretty early, and it just kept getting stacked. So this account is very stacked. Yeah, and it is what it is, right? The journey was very different. That's done. It's done. All right. How many points do we have? I mean, it's non-personal CVC, so we're not doing crazy. 60k. That's perfect. That's perfect. Let's burn off some of this stuff. We can chat and do that. Let's burn off 200 pieces. And we'll do some check out chat here. Let's see. I'm a bit confused about putting Gwendolyn in Provoke. I find her extremely squishy. Yeah, I mean, it's okay because it's like you kind of just use her for Provoke just for the multiple attacks. So then she has multiple attacks, so she has a high chance of landing it. Obviously, you want to try to build it out with some survivability, and if you have Provoke. Like I said, focus on her utility as opposed to her damage. You can chip in a little bit of damage, but yeah. Yeah, I got Teox. I got Teox on this account. I got Teox on this account, which is pretty wild. Somehow I got Teox. Just a random pull. He boosted my Hydra damage a lot. He's pretty insane. Firo, yeah, Firo's really good. Yeah. What team do you have before you had Unkillable? I have all sorts of clan boss teams. Like, that's kind of like, I have lots of experience with clan boss because I basically went through like everything. Like I built killable teams, I built counterattack teams, I built budget unkillable teams, Demytha teams, Infinity teams, you know, Valkyrie teams, like all sorts of stupid stuff, right? Like, you know, Wixwell teams and all the new stuff that came afterwards. But I built all the stupid stuff that I had to basically to progress through the game. Like I had Jarreg, you know, 4-3 teams. I had Sepulchre Sentinel 4-3 teams, Skull Crusher, you know, building anything I could. The thing I didn't have a lot of experience with was with double man-eater teams because I didn't pull 2 man-eaters for a long time. I didn't pull 2 man-eaters for a long time, so I never really had to build a double man-eater team. But I have lots of experience with clan boss. But now it's like just dead content to me. How many primals approximately do you get a month? I think the count is maybe like 8. I think you can get about 8 primals a month because then you get 4 from live arena, and then I think you can farm up maybe 4 from like Centranos plus random events. You know, I think about 8. Mastermind video on the news is genius. Oh, thanks, man. Sometimes I get lucky. Any tips on creating auto Fire Knight team? Depends if it's normal or hard Fire Knight. Hard Fire Knight, you probably need Nut to do it quickly. And normal Fire Knight, you can do lots of stuff. Allure makes normal Fire Knight a lot easier. Cold Heart is good too. Your current cold clan boss team is from June 2021. Yeah, How much shards do you get from being in a content creator program? I don't know where you guys think I get shards from, but I don't get shards. I get 0 shards for being a content creator. I get 0 shards. I don't get paid by them, by the way. Some people think I get paid by them. Some people think I'm paid to give good news about Plarium, that I can't give critical advice or critical opinions. It's pretty funny. I don't get paid by them. I get some crap, man. I get gems. I get some gems and I get some energy. Like those are the important things. And can you just suggest free to get support and damage dealer for beginner, which can carry in clearing dungeon and campaign? Free to get. I mean, free to get. Oh, it's such a broad question. I'm not too sure. It's such a broad question. I don't know where you're at in the game. Like, I don't know what free to get actually means. Like, Drexar is free to get, but he takes you 3 months to get him. He's really good. You know, you could. Sail the Drakes is really good. She's free to get, I guess, but you have to play the game for 6 months. If you get if you're 6 months into the game, and you get Sail the Drakes, then the game becomes a lot easier for you, even if you have nothing. Like Sail the Drakes is incredible. Can you do Ultra Nightmare with a 4-3 team? Yes, definitely you can. Do you think I can 2-key Ultra Nightmare if I have Ninja, Miscreant, Elva, increased defense, and Venom Age? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe with counterattack you could do it. 2-key is not easy to do, but Ninja does do. There's some crazy ninjas out there that do like insane amounts of damage. But maybe with Ninja. Ninja is one of those DPS that does do insane damage. Hello, hello. PCs get chickens, books, gems, no shards. Yeah, we do. We get chickens. We get some books. Honestly, it's yeah. The chickens we don't. It helps. Not really. I never really ran low on chickens, like ever. Like here's my other account, and I have tons of books. I have plenty of chickens. Like I don't really have to worry about this stuff, right? Fusion's ready to go. But yeah, they don't want us to talk about it too much. But yes, we do get some rewards. Use Bat Eater with Feign. Yeah, that's good. You just hit 750 mil on Nightmare. You'll buy the 6-star Ninja over the Teox. Yeah, I think so, yeah. You want to build your damage dealer over Teox. Beat clan boss with 1 key at the Wixwell. Congrats. If the shield affinity will continue to work long term. It should. It should. I can't see them going back and nerfing them. Nerfing Wixwell. Nerfing Wixwell, sorry. I think Wixwell deserves to get nerfed. I think the mechanic is a little bit busted. The mechanic, it doesn't seem consistent. So, but I don't think it will ever get nerfed. Do you choose to be a free player just because you are broke? I choose to be because it's more fun to be. Good morning, Kazi. How are you? Mid game, go for a 2-for-1 without buff extender. Be worth it, gear investment wise. There's buff going without buff extender. Are you talking about Wixwell? Oh, I see. Without buff extender. Sorry, you're talking about the 4-3. If you don't have a buff extender, it's going to be it's not going to be an easy team to manage, right? Because some it might not work against affinity, like some affinity. Like, to be honest, like it really depends on the tune, right? It might not work on some affinity without the buff extender. The buff extender makes it, you know, easier to use, but without the buff extender, you might not work on some affinities, for example. So you might need to, you know, you guys check out the tune, right? Hey JD, how are you, man? You need to manage my silver so I can also be 1 billion? Dude, man, the silver just comes from like grinding for years. Like it's not easy to accumulate, man. Like even people that say, "Okay, I'm going to reach 1 billion silver as soon as possible." And then they start grinding like I don't know, they grind up their forge, they grind up, spider dungeons. It still takes them forever to get 1 billion silver, man. And you're not going to buy 1 billion silver from like, you're not going to spend money to buy silver, right? It's just ridiculous. So even the grinding, it takes a while. Would you say there was a point where your account sort of snowballed? Um, After Ultra Nightmare, it definitely got a lot better. So for example, on my original account, once I pulled Valkyrie, I was able to one key Ultra Nightmare, and then Ultra Nightmare was kind of like dead content. After that, I was able to stack up shards and books much easier. Previously, I was doing like three key, four key, and then not consistent three key, not consistent four keys, doing two keys. Um, just not consistent, right? Not easy. And then once I got Valkyrie, I was able to at least two key and then one key some affinities. Um, Definitely made it a lot easier. Got shards, books, and stuff. And then after that, and that was about the 1 year mark. But I think leading up to 1 year is very difficult because, like I said, like the first epic I got was Tyrell. So Tyrell, Tyrell is my old man, right? Like he carried me in this account. Like this is like his original build, or one of his original builds. Like look at this build. 214 speed, so he's probably faster than my entire squad. He's crit capped. He has accuracy for like level 20 dungeons. He's in lifesteal. But Tyrell, the old man here, like he carried my account. Without Tyrell, I would probably give up the game, to be honest. So he brought the AoE decreased defense. He had a turn meter drop here on his A3, which is really good against Spider. He had the A1 attack down, which is really good against Clan Boss. So this guy like literally saved this account, because without him, I think I would have probably quit long time ago, because um, I had like nothing on this account for like the first 6 months. And then once I got Seal the Drakes, like everything got easier. So if you guys can like stomach this game for 6 months, even with like complete garbage pulls, just stack up chickens and gear and resources, and then at 6 months when you get Seal the Drakes, everything becomes easier. And then after Seal the Drakes, you get Visix at 9 months. And Visix with Seal the Drakes is like incredible for just climbing dungeons or Doom Tower, as long as you have the gear, right? So you have to like basically still kind of idle your account, even with no pulls. You have to idle your account, farm chickens, farm gear, farm shards, and then at the 6 and 9 month mark, you will get a power boost from Sil from Visix. Um, Obviously, work on your Arbiter missions. Once you get Arbiter, she's a huge boost too, because she's a reviver. This game is definitely playable. Yeah, it's totally playable with like nothing. Like, and nowadays you guys are getting free ninjas. You guys are getting freaking free ninjas, right? So back in the day, we didn't get ninja. I didn't get ninja until like, I don't know, 2 years or a year and a half into the game or something. By that point, ninja was like still good, but it's past the point where he would have been insane. But you guys are getting like new players, sorry, are getting like Wukongs and like ninjas and all this UDKs, cool free champs, right? Anyways, how do you build Mortu like typical DPS? I'll show you my Mortu here. I think I could +3 my or +3 my Mortu, or +2 my Mortu. My Mortu is just in 6p stone skin, slow damage. He's not built anything special. He doesn't. I don't think he performs reasonably that well either. You pull Miscreant Monster. He's good. BRC spent like 500 on energy to get to 1 billion. Do you think that a traditional team based on leech or healing will have a chance at 1 key? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you could definitely do it now for sure. Power creep is real. You probably need counterattack. You need counterattack plus ally attack. That's how you boost up your damage. And then you obviously need ways to survive. So ally protection, shields, defense up, attack down, of course. Valkyrie makes it a lot easier too if you have Valkyrie. Big shields. Yeah, Tyrell without blessing during that time. Yep. It was just Tyrell, man. Solo boss. Could use Valkyrie to extend buffs. Um, Valerie. No, Valerie didn't fit into any teams back then. What's your first legendary pull? I pulled Elder Scarg on my first account, and then on my second account I pulled Duchess. Is it possible to get free to play to 1 million personal points? Yes. The most I did on my account was 1.6 million points. I actually did 1.6, I think I did 1.6 million points on one account, and then on my second account I did 1 million points. So in the same CVC, I had both accounts in one, I had both of these accounts in one clan before, and in that same CVC, both accounts hit over 1 billion, points. Oh, sorry, 1 million points, sorry. Um, are you on Twitch? I used to be a partner Twitch streamer, but I stopped that after I had my child. Twitch is just too big of a time commitment, to be honest. It's fun, I love it, but too big of a time commitment. Would you say this game is dying? If so, how long do you think the game will last? I mean, I think the game is like, it's not dying, that's for sure. It's not dying. It's still making tons of money. It's slowing down. Is it slowing down? Yes, it's probably slowing down. It's a 5-year-old game. How long do I think it has? It probably has another 5 years in it, at least. I'd say it's going pretty good. Do you put more to as a one-man bait team? No, I don't do that. I just put 3 cold hearts because, you know, she's lovely to look at. And then usually it attracts people to hit her. Sorry. How do you advance in Sand Devil? I can farm 14, 15, but next level I instantly die. I think that's about the point where you start instantly dying. 14, 15, 16, 17. That's about the point where you start dying. I was saying how Sand Devil is like a broken dungeon. You either need like Godseeker Neri, Revive on Death, or like burst like newt teams. That's the only way to farm Sand Devil. It's still broken. Yeah, use some Link. Yeah, those champions are really good. 6-star Soul for Husk. Do I use Crushing Rend for Hydra? Yeah, I would. I would. That sounds good. Um, if it were dying, it makes stuff easier. Yeah, yeah. If they start offering C fees as guarantees, then the game's probably dying. Is Elder Scar good in any place in the game? You know what? I took my Elder Scar out of my vault on that account, and he helped me beat Spider 19 when I was progressing through the game. So Spider 19 is one of the hardest like stop points in the game when you're progressing because it's Force Affinity. You have to reach Spider 20 for the Arbiter missions, and it's really hard if you start the game with Magic champions to deal with Spider 19. So Elder Scarg helped me bring the HP burns to defeat Spider 19. So he was useful, and he didn't need books for his HP burn. Can you crack off 3,000 Magi Steel each CVC with just Faction Wars and DT mats? Yeah, yeah. The most Magi Steel I spent in one CVC was like, I don't know, 5 or 6,000 or something. It's hard to make Magi Steel. That's the thing. So you have to keep doing regular arena, which can be like kind of like both my Great Halls are done, so there's not too much incentive to do regular arena, but I still try my best to just like keep up with some battles. I do maybe like 150 a week. Obviously you can do like, I think if you keep up, okay, sorry, I'll be right back. Okay. Thanks, Dylan. Loomis Annie relevant in this current meta? Not really. I haven't seen her in a while. Huskin Evolved doing nothing. I have Archer from Monster Hunters. Nice. Archer's super nice. Yeah, Huskin's good for Hydra, especially early on when you just need some damage. He's better than the higher difficulties though. 6-star Cantra, which blessing. I'll do Cruelty for sure. She doesn't deal great damage, but I'll do Cruelty. She's in a Provoke set. That's a good choice. You could go Curse set as well, or Cantra. It's pretty good. Andel 24 has Harima and Fatalis. Nice. Harima passive works. Show your Lilitu. Show her. Sure. Show my Duchess. Yeah, it's not sustainable. You can't do that amount of Magi Steel every CVC. Maybe every month, every other CVC you could probably do it. But you know, I basically only craft like hardcore during personal rewards. I don't really craft like seriously during non-personal because non-personal is pretty easy to like. The limit is like 180 per person. So I try not to go over 180 because there's lots of people that go over 180, and we want to keep our scores, you know, a little bit down. So we don't want to go too crazy. But on personal rewards, I definitely spend more on my Magi Steel. And I only want to spend my Magi Steel right now because I'm getting close to 10,000. So I never want to be capped on Magi Steel. Sorry, I'll show my Duchess. We pulled 2 Legos, Harima and Sil. Don't know which one to build. 60 Ninja, an okay build. Um, Honestly, Sil would probably be more useful in the early game. Brings a revive, AoE stuns. Yeah, she's a little bit more useful in the early game. Harima's good, but you still need some good gear on her for her to, you know, do damage and stuff. Do you think it's a trap as an early game player to hoard resources for fusions? I never hoard resource like depending what hoarding resources mean. Like, you mean like holding shards? Holding shards is like that's you. It's a must, right, to do fusions. But if you're talking about holding like energy, I'd never hold energy. If you hold energy, you're just stunting your own progression. Um, I don't necessarily think it's a trap either, because like you don't really need to spend. You just need to play the game consistently. Like you can't expect to get much from this game if you just log in, collect your 1 hour, you know, energy, stack your energy, and then log off. Like, you know, like you need to play this game to get something out of this game. Like, I think some people expect to be able to like do fusions in the early game by basically like logging in, collecting stuff, logging off, and then showing up for a fusion saying, "Hey, I don't have enough resources." Like, I think that's unrealistic, first of all, um, because fusions take some planning. Like, they take some thought. Like I've seen some people like show up and say like, "Oh, I have 5,000 energy stacked up. Like, look at my energy. I'm ready to do any fusion." And it's like, "No, man, you're not." Like 5,000 energy is going to get you through the first 3 days and then you're done. Like you're going to be, you know, you're going to be crying and moaning that you couldn't get through the first dungeon diver with your 5,000 energy stacked up or whatever. It's like you just don't have the time or the habits to, you know, properly do fusions because the fusion is like 2 weeks of like straight playing, basically, right? And for someone that doesn't play regularly, 2 weeks of straight playing is a lot of time and obviously a lot of consistent playing. Um, so it's not just about resources, right? It's just you have to manage them properly too. And if you're not used to it, then it's going to be a big challenge, right? You have Lady Erith sitting in the vault. What's your opinion on the update to her skills? Where would you use her? I've been a bad content creator. I don't have her, so I really didn't look at her skills. To be honest, I didn't look at the update. I didn't look at the update for her. There's just so much going on. I just didn't look at the update for her, but I will look at the update right now. I can't imagine it being that game changing, but I heard she did get a good buff. I can't find it. I can't find it. Wait, oh no, is it here? Here we go. Let's all educate each other here. Remove all debuff from one ally. Heals the ally by 50%. So the big heal, single target heal. If the target ally is not fully healed, place a block damage buff on them for 2 turns. If the ally is fully healed, fill the turn meter by 50%. And heals all allies by 50% of surplus heal. I mean, it's a pretty big buff to her existing move. I don't know how I can see this working out. Do you put this on a nuker? Do you put this... Like, who's our target? What's the second part? Strengthen continuous heal for 5 turns. Ew. Strengthen continuous heal, 2 turns. Also decreases the cooldown of all allied skills except for this. Oh, that is a big buff. That makes her strengthen continuous heal. I mean, she's gonna be a goat with like Wixwell, like a Wixwell team, right? Any kind of Wixwell clan boss team, she's gonna make it super easy. I think reduction with 3 buffs or 2 buffs here, 2 like not standard buffs. I'm not sure. Seems pretty good though. Like they're good buffs, but I'm not too sure how I would use her in this moment. What do you think of Scourge? Is there a champion named Scourge? Awesome chill and educational content. Oh, thanks, man. You get 5k energy within those 3 days by just refilling. Yeah, pretty much. Close. Is realistic after you got clan boss sorted because you need shards, not only energy. Exactly. What about hoarding shards specifically? I think in the early game you kind of hoard shards anyways. So like I said, like you want to target like 2x events, just because you had an increased chance of pulling epics, right? If those events coincidentally line up in a fusion, then you know you got a double whammy there, right? Definitely can go for the fusion. It really depends, right? Like I would hoard shards regardless if I was early, and I would wait for the right event. And if the fusion was insanely good, I'd be like, hey, this fusion's really good. I should go for this. And I have shards hoarded up because I hoarded up shards. Then I would go for the fusion. But obviously, there's a lot more than just shards. You need energy. You need to be progressed in dungeons. You kind of can't really, you need to be at least like level 16 in dungeons, at least. At least, I would say. Preferably like gold 5 arena. You don't want to be spending gems on like arena tokens and stuff like that. You need silver. The silver is a big drawback too right now. Silver is super expensive. Like if you're 1 month into this game, it's gonna be really hard for you to finish like a fusion for sure. It's gonna be really hard. You're missing one small void pot. I don't know. Is Glaykay very good for Hydra? Yes, I would say he's very good. 9-piece protection would be probably the best set for him. Oh shit, I forgot to show my Duchess. I used to play my Duchess way more, but ever since Narcisse came out, he's kind of done her business. Kind of leftover gear. Make her fast. She's in 2-turn stone skin, 1 reaction piece. That's about it. You know, she has a 3-star blessing. Nothing too crazy. Standard reviver masteries. My second Duchess, I have her in 9-piece protection. I use her for my Trenda team. So she's just fast, and then she just gives her buffs. She's not tanky or anything because I use her on hard difficulty. She doesn't ever die. I use her on hard difficulty, and she's just there to give her buffs and give a damage boost. Because in 9-piece protection, you get allies deal 5% more damage per buff placed by this wearer. So she places these 3 buffs, and then she also places a shield, so 4 buffs. So she's a good damage pumper for Trunda. Hey Nathan, what's up, man? Fusion, yeah, time is a big thing. Where's the Kentum used? Hard Spider. Kentum's really good in Hard Spider. Kentum's really good champion, actually. I burn my free energy, but I try to save energy for weekly quests. Yep. Like, if you look at my stash here, like, here's my stash. Got, look at, these are just energies, right? Just savings. Like I save. See, that's why like I have all these red dots. Like people complain about my red dots, but there's a reason why I have my red dots, right? Like I don't really collect them until I need them. Like I can hold this energy here for a month. I can hold this here for a week. Like I have red dots here. I can hold this energy for like a week. Well, I didn't start this yet, but yeah, like event energy. I just hold it. I don't need to claim it. And if I don't claim it, it goes into my box. And it gives me another couple days to figure it out. So yeah. It's kind of why like I have all these red dots. Fusion. So I'm missing 1 rare. So the rare I'm gonna get is from the artifact enhancement. So let's level up some gear. Sorry, I'm missing out on chat here. Duchess or Glaciate, who is better for Hydra? I think Glaciate might be better for Hydra, to be honest, because Glaciate gives a turn meter boost, so it speeds up your team, and he gives like built-in damage boost from his Veil. Glaciate might give more damage, like in a 9-piece protection. He also drops 4 buffs too. You just got scored. Congrats. What do you think of Necrit in his current meta? I have Necrit. It's bad. Necrit is a late pick. He's no longer like your standard early pick. He's a late pick. The problem is when your roster has a bunch of late picks. That's kind of like where my roster is right now. Like Duchess, Necrit, Rotos. Those are like my main live arena champions, and they're all late picks. So then I have to lean really hard on like Sifi, Taras, Arima. If those champions get picked early, then I'm kind of screwed. And of course, like Warlord, I lean heavy on, but Mythicals really screwed him. And then of course Armans. If you go first, you pick Armans. So Necrit, yeah. How do you feel about Kandrafon? He's still pretty good. He still hits hard, but Harima, right? You have to avoid. Does energy 1 from event? Yes, energy goes to your inbox. Yes. Hey Brad, what's up, man? Happy CVC. Yeah, you too. Do you need accuracy for gear provoke? No, you don't. The way you save energy is strategically brilliant. I try my best. I'm assuming farming a stage 20 dungeon gets you more points than stage 15 in a specific tournament. 20 is still one of the most efficient areas. I don't know if it's the most efficient area. I think maybe 16 might be a smidge more. We'll have to refer back to like notes and stuff like that, but just want to know if the increase in stage level is worth the increase in energy. It's all like average points, right? I think it's close enough that doesn't really matter. But I can't say 100% right now. My memory's not the best. But I do have reference charts to refer to. Drexar takes forever to get. You forget buying. Yeah, if you guys are going for Drexar, make sure you guys buy him every day. Don't save up. Don't save up to buy him and then buy him, trying to buy him all in one day. Will you build a second Harima? Probably not. I don't have the gear to support a second defense-based damage dealer, basically. A good one, anyways. I barely have enough good defense-based gear for one defense-based damage dealer. God, this gear sucks so bad. What gear and stats for a Kentum? I mean, it really depends what you use him for, right? Like if he's part of your team, if you need his hex out first, then he has to be faster in your team. He needs accuracy to land it on whatever area you're using him in. You can use him in whatever gear, like broken gear. He doesn't need a specific set. He doesn't deal damage. He's just there to land his debuffs. So speed and accuracy. Gold 1 live. Congrats. Battle rules are fun. Yep. Counterfun is good. Like he's still a good damage dealer, and you know for siege can be useful. Like with bigger rosters, people are gonna have to start looking for tier B and tier C options, right, for siege and stuff. Can you show your Shamail mastery? Sure. God, these roll really bad. Yeah, this one I run War Master. I think Giant Slayer deals more damage though. If you go down Giant Slayer, it deals more damage. Move my head. My first Shamail. I have two Shamails. Second Shamail is basically the same masteries. Giant Slayer would be slightly better, I think, for damage. I have two different Shamails. One in Provoke, and then one is a Resistance Shamail. Really depends on what team gets used. I want to use them in. But I move away from Shamail now. Shamail's not like super high damage for Hydra. Yeah, I know. I feel bad about Necrit too. But it is what it is. He's still good. It's just you gotta be careful. That's all. I went YOLO with my last 50 shards the other day. Non 2x for some reason. Managed to pull my first Narcies and Supreme kill. Congrats. I mean, Plarium reinforcing bad habits. What can you do? You know, sometimes you get lucky, right? That's all you can do. So enjoy it, right? When you get lucky, enjoy it. God, this one's no good. Yes, no. Would have like triple speed there. What's the best build for Syl? This guy yesterday. How much would improve with her with no books? She can play with no books. I like her in Relentless. Relentless gives her some extra turns, so she can do the healing, get back to her revive, get back to her stuns. You gotta make her tanky, right? Make her tanky. If you can give her resistance, give her resistance as well. Make her fast. First thing is fast, and then proper accuracy. Relentless. If no relentless, then just use broken sets. You just pulled Narcisse the other day? Congrats. You got Necrit from your first Void Shard. Necrit, yeah, is good. Would you build Supreme Aethel? No. No. I would not. Okay, this weapon's usable. 10 speed though, kind of sucks. Kind of sucks with 10 speed, but double accuracy is useful. Nothing of interest. Oh. Hmm. This one's okay. 10 speed's not the best. Double accuracy is good. This one, double speed, no accuracy. 5-star piece. Usable, I guess. I'm gonna hold it for now. It's a glove. I don't have many. Yeah. Yeah, you guys like the you guys like the Fenrir video, eh? I thought that was pretty. I thought that was a pretty like left left field kind of like, you know, kind of idea from me. Everyone was saying like, you know, everyone's saying kind of like the obvious choices, right? I don't really think so, but I think Fenrir would be a great pick if they went with Fenrir. I don't want to see Thor or Odin. They already exist in the game. No Void Champ from Shards? I think 9 months is still too early to expect a Void Legendary. Yeah. Best of luck on your pulls, but it's a little bit early to expect it. Do you got anyone in Merciless? I do. I have lots of champions in Merciless. I actually have lots of champions in Merciless. Ross is in Merciless mainly for Hydra. I have Arima in Merciless. Who else is in? I think I have for like supports. I have Countess Lix in Merciless as well. Countess Lix is in a pretty cool build. She's in Merciless plus Hex. Very good. I think this is a very good build for Countess Lix. She does damage, accuracy, and then she's in Merciless with the Hex. Very good for her. Merciless plus Reflex is also a pretty cool build. I don't think I have anyone in Merciless plus Reflex here. Ninja, no. I have Varl in Merciless. Basically, my big Hydra damage dealers are in Merciless. Mishinaki, I don't have the second set of defense-based Merciless for Mishinaki, so Mishinaki is not in Merciless. The Ostrid's in Hex. Lydia's in Protection. Yeah, those are roughly like my bigger Hydra champions are in Merciless. Hey Viper, what's up, man? Welcome. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate the support on the idea. It feels kind of left field, but yeah, I appreciate the support. I think it makes sense. It would be cool. Actually, it's more like wishful thinking on my end, but with you thinking the one pick is a gravestone, could it be Kratos? Yeah, actually, Kratos would be my next pick. That would be a cool collab. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing with collabs. They have very strict embargoes. Collabs have very strict embargoes because it deals with, you know, another entity, a company, right? Um, and all the collabs that I've been a part of with the content creator program, they have given us the information well in advance. So I don't think this is going to be a collab. That's kind of like the main reason why, because they're not going to tease little bits of a potential collab because it's kind of like leaking information. And in previous collabs, I don't think they've offered any kind of like small teases like this. So it doesn't feel like a collab with a big IP. Just my thoughts. But Kratos would have been a pretty good pick. What do you think of Elva? She's great. Great champion. Are you not using Mikage anywhere? I had her in 9-piece protection. I was using her for Hydra yesterday, so I didn't re-gear her. I guess I should re-gear her now. I don't even remember what her build was. Using 4-piece stone skin, I think. Stone skin plus relentless. Yeah, I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna be doing like live arena and then be like, hey, how come my Mikage doesn't do anything? So oops. That's the last piece. All right, there she goes. That's the full Mikage rebuilt. Full 10 at Void Mercy. Wanted Narcisse, gotta dupe Yakaro. Somebody else said they wanted Narcisse, they got Taras, and then you get Yakaro. Feels bad, man. Ragash and Rotos already. Only Harima, Taras, Teox, Narcisse would be upgrades. Do not want Supreme Elhain. I went for Elhain, the fusion. She was pretty good. I mean, she's fine. Not as bad as people think, but you have all the fuse champions fuse Mikage, wait for champ chase to pull the gun. It really depends, right? Like if you struggle to finish champion chase, then it might be worthwhile to keep it. Like there's no real benefit for you to get her like a week and a half early. Like really? Like you know, might as well save her for the points. How would you build scoring? Merciless makes sense. He's a damage dealer. You want him to have accuracy so he can line his hex. Make him fast, of course. Make him deal damage. What do you think of Dune Priest? Is he worth taking a 60? I don't know who Dune Priest is. Or Doom Priest. You're talking about Doom Priest? Doom Priest is a good champion. Definitely worth taking a 60. You don't need masteries on her, so you can just use her for passive, make her tanky and fast. No accuracy needed. We're using one-man defense and tag team during CVC. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Here's my defense. I said why. I use cohorts. Cohorts are the, you know, they're good looking, blue border, so people will be attracted to hit her. See, look, I'm so attracted to hit these reliquary tenders and these, you know, whatever this champion is. What champion is this? I don't even remember. Confessor, there you go. I'm so attracted to hit this one, you know? So I want to get hit. I want my ranking to drop in tag team, right? So he's doing his job. All right, thanks, thanks K Nub. for dropping my Discord. Yeah, if you guys are interested, make sure you guys drop by my Discord. We do giveaways and all that stuff there. If you guys want to connect with me outside of YouTube and stuff like that, that's where you'll find me. So yeah, make sure you guys drop by the Discord. What do you think is the best blessing for Duchess? 1 to 4 star? You know, it's probably gonna be Life Harvest. Probably gonna be Life Harvest. Mainly because she's a strong tanky reviver. She's probably gonna outlast or outlive most of your opposition. And the longer she lives, the more likely the opposition revives, and then you get some value from Life Harvest. Because she doesn't have accuracy, you don't really use Polymorph unless you have accuracy on her for some reason. Maybe like, I would say if you have more than 200 accuracy on Duchess, you could probably go for, you know, a small chance for Polymorph. Sometimes a small chance of Polymorph is all you need to win the match. Can you show a Godseeker near every piece of gear so I can get a feeling if I can build her? Sure. I don't think I use Godseeker though. That's the thing for my Sand Devil. But I can show it. Here's my Godseeker. I think I use, yes, I do use this Godseeker for this account to build, to do the Sand Devil, yes. Sorry, one sec. Show you individual pieces. You just need like a HP and defense mix. Obviously, if you have any blessing on her, it really helps. It's a big chunk of health, right? These stats are pretty overkill. You need about 65k HP, 5k defense. Speed I make up with Spirit Haste with food. So she's 204 speed, which is like the perfect amount of speed. You can be a little bit higher speed or lower speed. If you're gonna go lower speed, then your DPS will be different speeds. It's a little bit of a nuance to the build. Make sure you check out the video that I have posted for it. I go into pretty much most of the details for her anyways. And yeah. What's the blessing with the hand icon? The fist one, the presence or whatever. Got dupe Emic. Emic's good. Emic's good though. He's one of those epics that, I mean, he's one of those legendaries that you don't really mind, but obviously you're looking for like somebody crazier. Do you have any TV show recommendations? That's a good one. I just finished watching Vikings Valhalla. So I'm actually really into the whole Viking stuff right now. So I watched like Vikings, the first 6 seasons and that was really good. And then I watched Vikings Valhalla, which is really good. Obviously I just finished watching House of Dragons, which is really good. But I'm not a really big TV person, I think. I don't really follow that many shows, but those are the big shows that I finished watching currently anyways. Oh, War of the Fallen, yeah. Best build for Star Sage? I'm probably not the best person for that, but probably looking at Stone Skin for sure. At least 1 turn Stone Skin. Probably like super fast, I don't know. Star Sage. Clanmates say to put Mikage in Polymorph. Is that a good one for Mikage? Yep. Polymorph is very good for Mikage. I have her in Polymorph. Vikings, one of my favorite shows. Alright. The Strain. Never heard of it. Yeah. That sounds good. Might be up my alley. I like sci-fi stuff. I like sci-fi. I like horror. Yeah, the whole Viking stuff. We've been in that timeline for a while. Like that whole Viking showed stuff. Like I watched Vikings, The Last Kingdom. You know, these are kind of older shows, but I never really watched. So I got around to watching them, and they're really good. I thought they were really good. So, how difficult is hard stage 1 in dungeons? Does difficulty go down again? The waves are similar to like 21 to 25. But the boss is harder, and they're different mechanics, so you have to pay attention to that. Curse City. I just kind of use whatever. Like I just use whatever works. I don't really care. I'm just paying attention to chat. I think best build for Star Series, everyone will agree. You're building with 0 gear. Watch Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. No, not interested in the Lord of the Rings. I heard the first season was not that good too. Last Kingdom was so good. Yeah, I agree. It was good. Had a movie and everything. Good. 20 years late to mainstream. Started The Office a couple months ago. Oh my god, it's cringe. I love it. Office is great. Yeah. Fantastic. So fun. Another good series actually is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So if you guys yeah, like comedy like stuff, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine is kind of like The Office but in a police setting. It's super funny and it's so fun. It's like wholesome fun. Krausen has Star Sage in one turn stone skin with Swift Parry. Yeah, Swift Parry, nice. It gives them an extra chance to recover. Yeah, that's super nice. My Swift Parry sucks ass though. I don't even think about Swift Parry as a set. Is Plarium giving away free champion or not? I don't know. You can ask them. UK office, then the US one? Brooklyn Nine-Nine is amazing. How to open more than one raid window? Yeah, so like I said, you go to Task Manager, you close your Plarium Play. So for example, here you close your you would close your Plarium Play. You just like click end task, and then you open it again. So you go down, you open it again, and then you switch your account, and then you open the account, and then your new account will be opened. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, and you can do this like kind of like infinitely, so it's kind of cool. Time to collect gear. Is Rune Keeper worth taking the 60 or get 50? You might not get too much value from Rune Keeper in the late game, but he does show up again and is useful in Centranos. So he'll never be like totally worthless. But yeah. Do you think Plarium will let us downgrade potions at any point? No, I don't think so. That's very like that's very off cuff for them, I think. You have 2 Failhounds, one's 5-star soul, and a pull 6-star. Should I build up second Failhound or use existing 5-star dog? Wouldn't upgrade it yet. I don't think I would. I probably wouldn't build a second one. And I would probably hold off upgrading the first one until you actually have a reason to do it. Open. Yeah, if you use RSL Helper, then then you can do it without what I just said with the Taskmaster and all that stuff. Okay, whatever. Lady Kimmy, yeah, she's a great champion. She's a little bit squishy for like high difficulty Hydra, but she's good. Too bad she doesn't have a generic speed aura or arena speed aura or something. Looking at the gear sets you're currently winning is versus what I get currently is crazy. Yeah, I'm doing hard difficulty. But yeah. End game, right? Everything's already built, farmed, and whatever, so. I don't think anyone with an actual mythical needs wave controller. Coldheart over Commodus. You can use him control waves, I think. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, you can always find use for a lot of these champions. I mean, every piece of content they release, you dig deeper and deeper into your roster, right? That's kind of like why they make content, almost like to make people want to spend resources and build out new champions and all that stuff. Um, damn, this I hate Scarab, man. Like I have to like spend silver and regear my champs to have stupid rings and stuff. I'll do that later. Let's do this one. Hello, Boozor. I love your content. You're so kind and accurate when you explain things. Keep it like good. Thanks. Kind and accurate. That's a good one. I try to be kind. Try to be patient. You know, we've all been there, right? We've all had to start at nothing, and you know, we all have to progress. So I try to be nice to people, but not everybody is nice to me. But that's okay. How do you build your Valkyrie? I don't really use Valkyrie anymore. Originally, I had her in like a toxic set so that she can land poisons during the clan boss. But right now, I think I have Valkyrie like with lethal gear. Imagine backing out of your main Hydra key after missing a provoke. Oh, pain. Oh yeah. Sorry, we were upgrading gear. Alright, look at all the gear. We got lots of gear to go through. Sorry, one sec here. Sorry, one sec here. Please do Scarab team. Want to know strat? The strat for Scarab is basically just running your team with Blood Shield accessories. So basically, equip your whole team with Blood Shield accessories, and you're pretty much good to go. Yeah. Oh no! Did all those red dots go away? Oh no, they did. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. I had all the red dots for the new gear ready to go, and then it sent me. And then as soon as I changed it here, all the red dots are gone. I don't like that. Anyways, so I know I started here, supersonic. Let's see here. Are you pulling your score rig or holding it for an event? You can't hold it. You have to pull it. You have to pull it within the time frame. So 4 days, 10 hours. We just had a champion chase, so it's unlikely that it's gonna be a champion chase this Friday. It's gonna be a summon rush, most likely. So it's most likely not going to be worth any extra points, but I guess you could hold it for Fridays, so you know for sure. I'm probably gonna pull it during CVC. It's not a big deal to me. Well, I mean, like you all start with nothing in terms of like knowledge. Everybody starts with no knowledge, right? And then that's why like helping people, like people should be kind when they help and try to be patient, and if you're like learning, you should try to be, you know, grateful, thankful, I guess. Um and be understanding too and be reasonable, right? Like some people it's like, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, everybody's different. I just try to think with that mindset. Everybody's different. Be patient and understanding, and then that's it. And then let it go. Sometimes like I have, you know, no patience to deal with stuff, and then it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna walk away. I'm not gonna say like F you. I'm not gonna say like F you, go die in a fire somewhere, right? Like you know, I don't need to say that stuff. I just, you know, walk away. Oh, thanks. I guess so. Guess I'm a, yeah. Lydia is great for Frostbite. Yeah, that's a good point. You think Killstroke gear is worth buying in the clan shop? I buy Killstroke if it's 6-star. If it's 6-star, then I'll buy it because it's guaranteed, right? Oh, we got energies. So that's kind of nice. We got nothing really good. We'll get the rank charms here. These are good to stack up. And then we got Killstroke here at 6-star, so I'll buy some of that. That's about it. I don't want to take the chances at 5-star. And I don't really care about these accessories anymore. So it's kind of like, I just saved my... I don't really need to save my clan gold because you make more than enough to cover your expenses. But obviously you want to save for like ores and, you know, for me, like books are okay, but I don't really need books. I wish they would offer like, you know, higher cost rewards once in a while for like the higher tiers. Like maybe like a sacred shard would be nice. Plarium, hello. But we try 6-star Ruach or Otherion. They do different things, right? They do different things. It's yeah. Ethereon seems like a more universal pick, but you missed the dungeon. You missed the DD. Ice Golem hard, 430 accuracy a lot of times. I don't put HP burn. I mean, you don't need that much accuracy. You probably need like 300-ish, and you could land your HP burns. I'm not too sure. I mean, you always get a 3% chance to fail, so maybe you're just getting super unlucky with your 3%. Although that is unlikely. Maybe it's affinity. I don't know if you're doing the proper affinity, for example. This is a good piece. It rolls well. This piece has potential. This piece has potential. This piece probably failed on that last hit there. That last hit on the accuracy. If it hit crit rate, double speed, double crit would have been awesome. Accuracy on the last hit wasn't, just not the best. Still usable. This piece, 21 crit, please. Oh, double speed again. Maybe triple speed. This is a pretty good roll. You got max, double max roll, triple max roll speed, and then double max roll crit rate. You get the flat attack here, which is like not as bad as like resistance, and you know it's not as good as attack percentage, but this is not a bad piece. And nothing. Not bad. Not bad piece. Not bad pieces here. Not bad pieces. I don't have a lot of this set, so I just keep even like average pieces. Progression, are you starting to 5-star champs for factions? Oh, that's a good question. So basically, like, in the beginning, you basically focus on your first team of 60s for a clan boss for your dungeons. So make sure that's in order. After that, you start slowly ranking up or leveling up like secondary tier champions for faction wars. First, you start getting them to 40, and then using your 60s to carry your 40s through the levels. And then once you hit kind of like, you'll hit like a stoppage where your champions are no longer strong enough, then you'll start having to move them to 50 and then maybe eventually 60. But obviously some champions you don't need to use them at 60, so you kind of have to gauge it out. It's going to be based on your gear and your champions, of course, but first you start with the 60s, have the 60s carry your champions. So it could be 40s, carry your 40s, for example. But yeah. You got Ragash, Vizier, congrats. Missed Fire Knight by 300 points. Oh my god. What stats minimums would you use for a solo Artak? Artak's always going to fail, unfortunately. Like, I'll show you guys my Artak, and this Artak fails once in a while. So here's my Artak. This Artak fails once in a while. on Ice Golem 10. Um, yeah, it is what it is. So I would probably aim for about 80k HP, a 3.5k, 3k defense or so, 250 speed, proper resistance, proper accuracy, and then go from there. You're probably gonna fail once in a while, anyways. But I don't have War Master on. I use a Blood Shield accessory, and I use emergency heal. No War Master. Presser for extra turn meter. But yeah, it is what it is. Maybe regen Immortal? I don't think so. I get one shot, that's the thing. What do we bring first to 60? Queen Eva is Scored. Queen Eva is only good for Arena, mainly. Scored's good for Hydra, so it depends on your priority. What will you do if your kid accidentally summoned all your shards? He knows not to touch. He knows to not to touch my computer. 300 Eternal Essence for my first 6-star purchase. Nice. Congrats. Takes a long time. Oh, I think you'll probably that's tough. Teox versus Ninja. We were just having this discussion a little bit actually. Because Teox's damage is good on his own, but his main damage comes from enabling the main damage dealer on the team, the other main damage dealer. So you know when Teox does his A1, he brings in the ally, and the ally deals like, I don't know, boosted damage. And so if you bring him in with your ninja is going to do insane amounts of damage. So Teox with like a team with Teox with Mikage and ninja with the 6-star ninja would be way more insane than a 6-star Teox and a 5-star ninja, for example. So that's something to consider for Hydra. For Arena, Teox is going to be better with the 6-star, of course. Ninja's not going to be that useful, right? But that's up to you to decide. That's a big decision. Yeah, I'm talking about like Artak like solo, right? Like if you're bringing him in a duel, you can bring him with all sorts of champions like Elva, Mithrala, like all sorts of champions that can help Artak survive in a duel setting. Solo is the big one, but when do you think it's reasonable to start pushing hard dungeons? It depends on your gear and champions. You should definitely like people should always progress, right? As high as they can, reasonably, where you can do dungeons at a good win rate. So can you show your Fire Knight Hard 10 team? Sure. Yeah, 80k 400 resist is probably enough. That'll be the starting point. Yeah. Let me see what's going on here. Do we still have the Fire Knight tournament or is it over? I don't know. Oh, it's still going on. Oh, this is Ice Golem. Yeah, so this is my Ice Golem team. So I do 4-man with food. For Fire Knight, this is my Fire Knight team. About 90 seconds. 90 to a minute and a half to 2 minutes, depending. Hello, Manny Pacquiao. Who is more useful for Hydra, Packmaster or Scored? Yeah, that's a good question actually. Good question. Not too sure. Scored is more of a damage dealer, right? Shayek's more of a support. R10 dungeons are a waste of energy for free to play? I don't think so, man. That's not I don't think that's true. R10 is very good for gear. Way better than stage 20. Like I would recommend if you can do hard 10 100% versus if you can do hard 10 100% like a 5-minute run versus stage 20 and you are in the mid game, you would 1,000,000% benefit from doing hard 10. Like a 1,000,000% benefit from doing hard 10 because you're getting more 6-star gear, you're getting higher rarity 6-star gear. And it's just like math, right? It's just the math that goes into the distribution of the drops. There's no reason to do dungeon 20 other than energy efficiency for tournaments, because it doesn't drop you enough good gear. It's only useful in the earlier mid game doing dungeon 20s. Did something happen? Oh, we're gonna watch a movie? Okay, let's watch a movie on stream. That's Loki. They're giving us Loki. Asgard Divide. He is deception given form. Laughing trickster. So they're giving us Loki. Really? Who's this? Who is this guy? Oh, that's this guy. Okay. But who's this guy? That's Loki, right? The two horn guy is Loki. And then who's this? This is Loki? Or maybe this is not Loki. Serpent staff. What do you guys think? Yes, I have 1.31 billion silver. Mithril is awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, hard 10 gives you 5-star gear, but it's less likely. What is the general rule for redeeming? You know, you aim it for having chase or a CVC. Depends which one you want. You need points in, right? We're getting Arman's 2.0 going against Odin. Maybe. I don't know. Odin. But why is Odin made out to be like so it's the big guy here? So we're getting Loki to defeat Odin. I like how they constantly talk about like Loki being deceptive and like trickster or whatever. Maybe all of this is a trick. Maybe all of it's an elaborate scam. I did have that thought too. I was like, maybe this is all like smoke and mirrors, like deceptive scam from Plarium, you know? Looks like Galathier. Yeah, it looks like Loki. The guy that, the guy that needs to fight Loki is like ginormous. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, I guess. I mean, I would have preferred a dog, to be honest. Yeah, elaborate scam. Yeah, never know. Yeah. If you guys didn't watch the teaser videos, there's a new dungeon here. There's a new dungeon here. Or at least a placeholder will be here. That means in the future they could put a dungeon right here too. Shit, could you imagine? Dungeon here and then dungeon here? How many dungeons do you have to jump into? It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, how about you combine this shit? You just combine this into one place. Just combine these stupid keeps. Anyways. They tricked us. We get to get Loki, and it's actually paywalled. 2.5k defense is fine if you have increased defense. Up. If you don't have increased defense, then 2.5k is not enough. You probably need closer to 3.5 or more. You should leave all the potions open. Yeah. The red dots are causing you like insane pain, eh? Oh, wait, what's this? The Deceivers and Entreaty. All right, let's read this together, guys. Let's read this together, okay? Is everybody ready to read together? Everybody ready to read? All right, let's read together. Raid Mail, the Deceiver's Entreaty. Welcome, my friends. My name is Loki. Okay, some call me the Deceiver. App moniker, I admit, but all my mischief pales in comparison to the greatest lie, that of the gods' wisdom or benevolence. Do you want to cast off the yoke around your neck, end the war and suffering wrought on us for millennia by our creators? Odin, once wise and just, allows fear to blind his remaining eye. He would stop me to protect and to reject him. Aid my cause instead and help free all mortal kind from the thrall. I will be all but unstoppable if Odin is defeated. Okay, so why am I helping Loki be unstoppable if Odin is defeated? So he's basically like trying to trick us into fighting for him against Odin. Maybe we will see Fenrir. I wouldn't discount Fenrir yet. I would say he might still show up. Because Fenrir is Loki's child, right? Maybe Fenrir comes and helps Loki. And Fenrir in the lore does kill Odin. So maybe I wasn't supposed to show this on stream. I don't know. I didn't get any notifications. But it sounds like we're okay to read it. Yeah, I think yeah. So it's probably gonna be a couple week Titan event thing that's gonna happen, maybe even longer. And yeah, I could see some new champions popping in, but I can't see this being like a new faction or anything. But honestly, we might see Fenrir still because Fenrir goes along with Loki still. But anyways, that's gonna be on the table, I'm sure. No, I know lots of people like on Reddit has said they got like mail and stuff. It is select people. Not everybody gets it. But it is, I think, level gated at the minimum. Divine faction? Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool. But it sounds like they're just gonna do like sounds like they're just gonna do like a quick promo, probably like Monster Hunter, where they just drop a couple champions. Hopefully they don't all go into barbarians, which is gonna be kind of stupid. Like if they all drop in barbarians, that'd be stupid. But we'll see. It looks like Loki might be a barbarian, but I'm not sure. Wasn't there more to read? What, this one? No, that's the most recent one. This one is from yesterday. This is from yesterday. Yeah, hard 6 is good. Yep. You just do the highest hard level for the highest chance at good gear. Is the skunk good? Skunk is actually a pretty good epic. Yep, he's a good epic. He is a good epic. Skunk? Yeah, he's solid. Heal reduction. Heal reduction is good against Amius. Decrease accuracy on AoE. And then a buff duration is good. And then has a soft cleanse with increased accuracy. Decent. And then the passive that's good against Nether Spider. So he's a good champ. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for the stream here today. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. Really appreciate you guys popping in and being all like in your participation and all that stuff. So I appreciate it. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you like the content, drop by the Discord if you want to connect with me outside of YouTube. I'm just gonna drop the link here real quick. That's my Discord. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Hopefully you guys have a great CVC, have a great day, have a great end to your week, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah. See you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good day.